Welcome back, Conservation Nation. We are your hosts. I'm Hannah Higgins, and this is Mary Gustafson.
All right, today we are having our junior environmental studies majors on our podcast, and they're going to talk about their projects for next year.
Our first junior on today's podcast is going to be Caden Albright. So how about you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Caden Albright, and I'm from Oskaloosa, which isn't too far from here, and I'm also an environmental science major, and I'm just interested in the outdoors and everything that has to do with that.
All right, so what is your senior project for next year?
Theoretically, my project is habitat restoration at Roberts Creek, and more specifically is creating artificial fish habitat for crappie and hopefully improving the natural habitat that's already there.
Okay.
So why were you interested in doing that for your project?
I've always been interested in angling and fishing kind of stuff. I grew up around it. My dad always took me fishing every chance we could get. So and also it was just fish always need habitat work. It's always being destructed by by sedimentation or planting buried or just human interaction as well. So they just need habitat in general, and it's always going to be a need.
Mm-hmm. So is this it's a current place people fish at and people will continue to fish at? You just want to kind of restore it?
Yeah, Roberts Creek. I'm gonna focus on the coves where they naturally spawn and breed, and these structures will help with that too. They'll help with their spawning and breeding and give some protection from natural predators and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how will that, if you build structures, how will the creek be able to sustain those? Do they need any work done to it? Do they need to be checked up on?
No, not really. The designs I'm building are from sustainable materials. I'm using cinder blocks and concrete, which are not harmful at all. They don't leach any chemicals. I'm also using old water piping from Haskell Rural Water to create these spider blocks with all these limbs per se that kind of imitate natural plant life, so they can be attractive for the fish.
Okay. Has anyone done a project like this before at Roberts Creek?
Yes, it's been a while. It's 2013, I think. That's the last time someone's been working with it. But there's been a lot of other work with other organizations and people doing it. But they mostly do old Christmas trees, which are, it's not bad at all. It's just they don't last very long. It's a temporary solution to where what I'm doing. I hope it lasts a while and can get some worthwhile protection.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What's the timeline of your project? Do you have to start working in the spring, or can you wait till next year?
I've actually kind of started collecting materials. I already got in contact with Haskell Rural Water, like I said earlier, and I've got a bunch of old water piping I'm going to use. And I've gone out to Malcolm Lumber and some other stores for prices of cinder blocks and Quikrete, and I think I'm going to gather the rest of my materials this next spring and start building them in the summer.
Okay.
So what exact structures are you making with those?
They're called spider blocks, which is kind of hard to describe because if you know cinder block, I have the two holes in the openings. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna cut four these water piping 4 feet long, so they kind of stick out every which direction and kind of resemble plant life.
Okay.
So what research have you done for your project so far? What have you found?
I've done a lot of research about sedimentation, how things are how the natural habitat is destroyed, why do we need more habitat, and what purposes do they serve, and what benefits are there, and different materials, different designs. I've just done a little bit of everything at this point.
Yeah. It seems like you've kind of thought about your project a lot. So do you know what kind of challenges you might have, the hard part about it?
So I'm partnering with the Marion County Conservation Board, and I think the hardest part is the weather and how that's going to play into so we have to get onto a boat, loading these structures, and they're not going to be light, so we have to do a couple at a time. Go out there, place them, locate them on the map, go back, load some more, and keep doing this process until we do that about 20 times. Because my ideal amount of structures is 20, which that could fluctuate. Yeah. It just depends. And the weather is if the boat rocks, it's kind of hard, and also if they land up and down straight on the surface, because the surface could be sloped on the bottom of the waterbed, and that could be a potential risk.
So are you hoping to be done by next fall?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can be done by hopefully we're installing mid-September next year.
Okay.
And after that, while we're installing them, I'm using the Survey 123 app to mark each of the locations. Mm-hmm. So that hopefully later on I can go to GIS and create a map for them and send it to them so they can post it for like anglers and their benefits, so they know where they are, and like anyone who's interested can know where they are.
So do you know how you'll be able to measure like if it's working? Is there any easy way to
That's
tell?
the hard thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to measure like their success because it might take a while. It might take a little bit for like the fish to get acclimated to these new
Right.
structures, and like I don't know if I have enough time to like measure success or how I measure it because you can use like depth radars that show like infrared or like where the fish are like aggregated at, but I don't have access to like that kind of resource. I'm just hoping that they will. And I've been researching that these types of structures do attract fish and they will last a while.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of like Cole and Jake's. Like they won't really know if it will like sustain itself until like past the class time.
Yeah, it'll take like years to see.
For the animals to get used to and figure out.
I also think like another thing I might have struggle with is like I don't know how many materials I need exactly because I got like proximate stuff. So like I have a bunch of water piping, but I'm not sure if it's enough for like 20 structures or how much cement I'll need for all these structures, and that's something I just have to still figure out. And
do you know like how to build them, or like is there like something you can follow, or is it kind of just
I think it's simple enough to where like you don't need to watch a video. It's really just mixing the concrete, cutting the pipes to length, and putting them in like spots where they make sense. And like I don't think it's gonna be that hard to make them.
Okay, that's good. Do you just like have all these materials, or are you gonna have to like buy some maybe? Or
I have the water piping. I think most of what I need, but I still need to buy like Quikrete and like cinder blocks for like the base.
Yeah.
And that stuff's not very expensive. I did some calculations, about like $60 for the cinder blocks, and about like $120 for concrete.
That's still, I mean,
out of your own.
Yeah.
It's only like it's less than $200, so it could be worse.
Yeah. When we were calculating our podcast equipment, we were like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
But
luckily,
we got lucky.
Yeah.
It's already here. So.
Yeah. Luckily, the campers provided our stuff, but yeah, if it's off campus and it's with. Do you think the Marion Conservation Board would do anything with funding, or not really?
I've tried mentioning it, and they didn't like dodge the question. They're like, we could if you needed us to, but I didn't want to like pry, make it seem like I don't want to beg them for money. So I'm like, it's not that much money. I can pay for it, and it's good. It has good benefits, so it's not like I'm wasting money at all.
Yeah,
that's true.
Are you doing this like completely on your own? Like, I mean, other than them helping you put them out there, like, are you using any underclassmen or like classmates to like help you build the structures or anything?
No, I'm basically doing it by myself. I'm creating them by myself, and they're gonna help me install them. I might get help from my dad creating them, like mixing concrete. That's about it.
Yeah.
I got me, myself, and I.
You can always. I mean, talk to Anya. She'll get the underclassmen to help you.
Next year
like,
when you're
get some volunteer hours. Yeah. I mean, we forced all the juniors to be on our podcast, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely talk to people, and like people might want to help you. Like, they might be interested in it, or like, if a junior next year like really likes your project and like wants to do something else with that creek, or like wants to keep up what you did, like I think that's a really good way to keep it going. Sure. Well, it seems like a good project, and it seems like you've done a lot of research. You're prepared.
I did a lot of this in advance. I'm pretty far ahead of my classmates, I would say.
Well, that's good. There's only a month left to figure it out, so.
Yeah. It's getting pretty in. How's that long project paper coming?
It's fine. I got 10 or 11 pages ready.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, thanks for coming on our podcast.
Yeah, of course.
We hope your project goes well. Can't wait to hear about it.
It's going to go. The pace, I'm not sure, but it's going to go.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, our next guest is Summer.
Hi, I'm Summer. I'm a junior here at Central. I'm double majoring in biology and environmental science. I started with just the bio major, but I think environmental science kind of really rounds out our education here. Some things I'm involved in. I'm one of Leaders Skate, which is our environmental club here on campus. And I'm also an RA. Everyone's most favorite people in the world, but it's okay. And I actually really enjoy it. And actually, there's a lot of environmental science people who do it.
Yeah, I didn't all the juniors are RAs.
Yeah, 4 of the 6 of us.
Jeez, there's only 6 of you.
Yeah.
I guess majors. Yeah. What is your project idea?
So my project idea was given to me by Anya. I knew I wanted
Nice.
to do environmental education stuff, so she gave me the idea of creating a science curriculum for second graders out in Ottumwa. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating like some environmentally related science curriculum and like lesson plans for them. Get them more involved with nature, let them know about environmental science, get them involved young.
Nice. So have you had to like look up? Do you know what they're normally taught in second grade? I guess.
I have looked up the Iowa Science Standards. They don't make the most sense to me because I'm not an education major, but
yeah, that's fair.
Anya has an education major I'm going to go talk to about them. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
So what have you done so far in the process?
I am a little behind on my project. That's okay. I've written a lot of my proposal and I've like brainstormed a lot of ideas for things I can do. I just really need to sit down right now and like flesh out what exactly like the different units are going to be and like what they're going to learn about within each unit. So
But then, so your project next year will be like just creating the units,
yeah,
and so now you just have to like pick what, like you don't have to go super in depth.
yeah,
You're just like, this is what I'm gonna figure out next year.
yeah. I think I'm going to try and work on them a little bit next semester,
Mm-hmm.
just so there's something at like the beginning of the year that I can give the teacher. Also, I think I might go in and try and like help teach some of the lessons or like.
So they want to
Absolutely.
implement them next year too. That's the goal.
I'm not 100% sure. I need to talk with the teacher again and just see what's going on. But definitely, if not implementing like next fall, hopefully like next spring implementing some
Yeah.
of them. But basically, just gonna make a big binder to give to her,
Mm-hmm.
like a digital file that she can have. So
Nice. So are you just like, you're literally just printing everything out, putting it in a binder, and then you'll give it to her,
yeah,
to the teachers there, I guess.
yeah, that is the goal. I also want to go like at least my senior year and help out with a few of the lessons. 'Cause I think that'd be fun. I think she also wants to take the kids out to our field station.
That would be
So,
good. Yeah.
I want to try and coordinate that with like Dr. B and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could also do it in the future, like have Dr. B out there with them.
Yeah.
So what obstacles or problems do you think you could run into with your project?
I'd say my biggest obstacle is making this and then the school saying that she's not allowed to use it at all because
fair.
we haven't talked to the school at all. I don't foresee that happening, but you never know.
Yeah. Do you think this year you're gonna try to like connect with the school, just be like, hey, is this
Yeah, just
okay?
throw it out there.
Yeah, I think definitely in the spring there'll be more like kind of clerical things like making sure this is okay, like
Mm-hmm.
making sure it's aligning with the standards.
Yeah,
and
because you don't want to
things.
get to next year and they said no, and you're like, okay, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah. No, I also think they're looking because they don't currently have science curriculum, but I think the teacher said they're looking for one, so it could just end up they have a science curriculum and then mine is just pointless.
Yeah, I mean they could always like add it. They're like, well, I think this is really good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And,
can
like,
pick and choose.
yeah. and hopefully like if this teacher really likes it and like other second grade teachers notice, like it can spread like to different classrooms.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, and I'm hoping to make it like more generalized, like topics, so like other grades could also like adapt it to work with them, so it's not just second grade.
I feel like adapting like the information we know from like obviously we've taken like environmental science,
Yeah.
like different geography classes and all that and biology, but like making it so like second graders like can understand it, are interested in it, and like
Yeah.
you know like just for them.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be a challenge because I know things at such a high level, and like even here I've worked as a TA, like teaching college students this information.
Mhm.
So then like to scale it back so a second grader can understand
Yeah.
might be a little difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And just to make it like fun and interesting for them too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what we do in class sometimes is just literally sitting and listening, but they can't do that. So you have to like come up with activities and stuff.
Yeah, that
like,
is
Yeah.
true.
games. I don't know.
I know Mackie, she's doing like similar things to me, and this lady she knows gave her like a bunch of activities for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna make me go through them and see if I can use any. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just you by yourself, or are you gonna like have anyone else help you with this? Obviously, like the teacher, like you're coordinating with.
yeah, it's really just me making all of this. I don't know, maybe next year I'll convince one of the juniors to help me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's doubtful, but
You never know.
maybe one of them's really gung ho about teaching kids.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Well, and I'm in human geography next semester, And Anya's like making that available to a lot of ed majors because I think they need a geography requirement. So like,
Yeah.
I want to reach out to them and be like, hey, did you like this? Want to help me?
No, I wanted to take that class, but it's at the same time as ornithology. So
Like, why are all the science classes at the same time?
Okay, so how will you measure if your project's successful in the end?
yeah, so that one's a little difficult because I am like trying to teach kids things.
Yeah.
So a lot of my like literature research, I've seen people they give like a questionnaire before to like gauge what kids know, or like they'll do before and after, or just after. So I think I'm gonna make a little like easy questionnaire because they are second graders. Of, like,
Pre-test.
yeah,
Yeah.
pre and post test, of, like,
Yeah.
what they know and then what
That's a
they.
good idea.
But you do like after each unit or just at the beginning and the end of like the whole school year, however
That's a-
long this is.
That's a really good question. I don't know yet.
You could just like do one for each unit, like, and put it in the binder. So then when they do pick and choose, they
Yeah.
can like pick the questions they want. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and like it could help like the teacher figure out like, okay, what units did the most students
Mhm.
comprehend this?
Yeah.
Like
Like why
what
did those
units
work?
were the best? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could even like, how much did you enjoy doing this? And like they could say, okay, the students really like this activity. They didn't like this activity. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. That actually is a really good idea that I hadn't thought
I
of.
love that.
So thanks, guys.
Credit me.
Thanks for being on our podcast.
Great.
Yeah, we
Thanks for
enjoyed hearing
having
about
us.
your topic. I
Yeah.
mean, Maddie's is like kind of like that,
Yeah.
but like it's so different. So like this
Yeah.
is a really unique idea, I think.
Well, thank you, Dominic, for the idea. Because
Yeah.
I had no clue, genuinely.
Yeah, it's so hard when they're like, okay, make a sustainable project.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think it's a really good idea, and I'm excited to see like how that works out. Like
Mhm.
if the school like accepts it, because like
Yeah.
the schools you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And like so many teachers just don't have like good resources for education, and like a lot of them don't like science that much.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
you're a classroom teacher with like 7 units, like
Yeah.
it can be really hard. And if science
Yeah.
wasn't their favorite thing, like they wouldn't want to do it.
So I'm
Is-
hoping it can expand beyond just the Atemwa school. But
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, if one school doesn't accept it, you could always just
yeah.
slide it to another one.
Yeah. And I know Dr. V is doing a lot of this with like older grades, so like maybe I can like pass it to him too. To maybe implement any of it or like give it to younger teachers in the schools.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Our next guest is Mackie Loomis, so she will introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Mackie Loomis. I'm bio and environmental science, and I'm not really in a club besides skate. So,
Go skate.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your project idea?
I'm doing an environmental education project for like agricultural youth, just because ag is a really big part of like climate change and environmental issues, and I was a part of like 4-H and that stuff, so I really want to do environmental education.
Okay, so yeah, I remember reading your project proposal. Who are the agricultural youth?
So like 4-H, and like I don't know if I can
okay,
reach enough clubs or like enough clubs want to do it. So there's like different like ag clubs in schools and stuff like that. Or, like,
Okay,
events,
yeah,
stuff
like
that.
okay, that makes more sense. You
Yeah.
just kept saying, I was
Yeah.
like, who are the
People born on
farmers? Like, who are these agricultural youth? But that makes sense. Okay. All right. So, how did you come up with the idea of environmental education for the agricultural youth?
I was in 4-H, and so like I did a lot of different like environmental education programs, like not environmental education programs, but like different like programs where I like went and talked to kids through 4-H, and it wasn't a lot like we had like different ones of like drones and stuff like that, but there wasn't a lot of like environmental education strictly, or like they didn't go in a lot of in depth.
Mhm.
And I'm like ag is such a big part of climate change and environmental issues, and so like I kind of want to like get more in depth and focus on ag youth. So they can like see like the different impacts, learn more about it, and like in the future, if they're in ag, they can like know more and they can actually like make a difference.
Yeah. I actually feel like that's a really important project, like especially in Iowa, because so many people like go at like ag people and
Mhm.
farmers for like how much they're hurting the environment, but like we obviously need them and they do so much. So it's like, well, what do you want us to do? Not farm, like. So I think it's good to like educate the kids about the sustainable ways that they can make it better while still doing what they do.
Well, and 4-H clubs, like I did 4-H too,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're always like looking for people like come talk like activities to do because like
Mhm.
when you meet once a month, like they need stuff to talk about. So like I think that's a really good thing to do.
And like I did like some like different things like nationalized for high school 4-H, and like we had like small little like summits and stuff like that, and they like mentioned environmental education like once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like these
Yeah.
kids are like going out and they're actually like wanting to make more, like learn more and stuff like that, but you're not like able to teach them more about like.
Yeah. So what have you done for your project so far? Like what research have you found?
We've been just still building the project. Obviously, I talked to a woman I know from National 4-H. That's like I've done programs with her and I taught stuff with her, and so I've been kind of like got some like topics that she's done. So she did like monarchs and like water quality stuff. So I got like those resources so I can kind of look at them and like use them as a way to like figure out what topics I want to do and build my programs and stuff.
So, but otherwise, you're doing it by yourself. Like, okay.
Have you ever made, like, you've never done anything like this before, right? Like making
I haven't like made it, but I've taught different programs.
You've taught it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, good experience.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, I definitely put that in your proposal. Like, I have this experience. Like, this is why I'm qualified.
The part where
What obstacles do you think you could run into with this project?
Just like maybe not like having a lot of groups that want to help, like want to be part of it, or like even like during the program, kids not me want to do it, like really want to learn, or like I don't know.
do the kids like range from like little kids to like what do you know the age range?
Like 4-H starts at 4th grade and it's at high school, so it depends on like the clubs, like what their age range. Sometimes probably gonna do like a younger like programs, like something a little easier, something more interactive, and then like high school's gonna be a little more like focused on like high school age level. So it's like something that they can like learn and like they understand, and it's like at their level, but they're also like learning stuff too.
So for your timeline, like, so right now you're just like what are you doing right now? Like, what's the goal to have done by December?
The proposal, so having all like my stuff figured out. I also want to like have like kind of like my topics figured out, like a rough outline of my program and stuff, just so like if we like talk about it and have questions, I can like explain what I'm doing and why I want to do it.
Yeah. So when will you have like all your information ready to go so you can like actually go and like teach or like be with
I'm
these
hoping
kids?
to get it done like by the spring, or get like have it like so that during the summer when that 4-H is doing a lot of different stuff, I can go to county fair and like do a rough presentation on it and like just.
Okay. So next year you want to just like when you're in senior seminar, just like focus on like actually going and doing it and learning it. Okay. Yeah. So do you think you'll have trouble like next semester? Like if you're focusing in the spring, like what about like your class load and everything? Like do you think that'll be hard? Like because this is gonna be like a lot of work to do.
Thankfully, I got all the hard stuff done this semester. I think like our classes next semester I don't have that many hard classes.
That's good.
So if you have a chill semester, you can work on this.
Okay. How have you? I don't know if you thought about it yet, but do you know how you're gonna measure if it's like successful?
I'm going like obviously I have like a target range of like 25 kids I'm gonna try to reach, but then also I'm gonna do like a survey before and after and kind of like have these questions that they'll like either learn during the program. So then afterward I can see if they actually learn stuff, like what they absorbed, what they like help them like think more deeply about the topic and like.
And what does like the future of your project look like? Like in a few years, like what do you want to happen with it?
Well, I'm gonna like keep the like, resources and then give them to like each club I go and talk to or like groups, and then like if they want to like keep on going with it, they can. Hopefully, like more kids are like more interested and like they learn more stuff.
Thank you for being on our
Thank
podcast.
you for having me.
Yeah, your project sounds cool.
All right, our next guest is Jordan Helmick.
Howdy, my name is Jordan Helmick. I'm a junior environmental science major with minors in computer science and music.
Oh, that's a little different.
Yeah, I'm a little everywhere.
Are you just like really interested in both of those, or?
So computer science, I'm more focused on like the GIS field, so geographical information systems. So that's with the computer science stuff. I figured if I learned how to code, it's easier to get a job. And then music is, I've just loved music all my life, so why not just minor in it? I have all the classes anyway.
Do you know what you want to do like after college? Do you want to like combine the two?
So music, I was thinking of teaching lessons on the side. I'm a singer and also a percussionist, so I can do that. And then GIS technician work.
Yeah. All right. So what is your project idea for next year?
So me and a classmate who couldn't be here because she had work, we're looking into raising money to replace all the lights in the theater building, specifically the show lights. So if you go to watch a theater production, all the cool lighting you see, we're looking to replace all of those.
Okay, so why are you wanting to replace those lights?
So the lights themselves used to be state of the art when they were first installed, but they're not really state of the art anymore. It's been 20 at least years. So they're not energy efficient anymore. They're about 500 watts, which the lights that we were looking into were about 150, I think. So really, really huge improvement there. And then also they produce a lot of heat. So in the winter time, if you're up in the rafters where all the lights are and all the wires are, it gets really hot. So hot they have to run the AC in the winter time. That, and they also run off a dimmer system. So in order to dim or not dim the lights, they have to go through these computer like server looking towers, and they also need to be AC constantly to make sure they don't decay or anything. So there's a lot of that.
So that's where the cost factor comes in for Central.
Yeah.
The AC stuff too.
And the whole environmental side. It's like you're saving a lot of energy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's wild. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't know that until I heard.
Oh, and I think 2-3 years ago, not very long ago, the computer that controls the dimmer systems broke, and they had to spend like $25,000 because they had to hire a specialist because the system's so old, and they had to get like special equipment for it that would actually work with the system. And it's just like, well, what if it breaks again?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot more money.
So what have you done for your, like, the research going into this? Like, what have you done so far to get this done?
So it was a lot of just looking into a lot of like convincing the college is the not the environmental aspect, but the economics aspect. So what we're currently doing right now, what we have been doing, is doing research into the LED lights that we're looking to get versus the lights that we already have. So right now, the lights that we have are halogen. They're not the most energy efficient, but they're better than what we've had in the past. So like incandescent or fluorescent. So we've been doing a lot of that work, and then we've been looking at like what other theaters have done for their lighting systems. Ron, the technical director, and who we've been talking to for all of our stuff, has a lot of information about all of that already. So we've been going through him a lot, and he's so useful.
Yeah.
Been a lot of help.
Yeah. So on the economic side, have you found? I mean, I don't expect you to know the numbers, obviously, but like, have you done the math to figure out if they would save money
I do have the numbers.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Off the top of my head, I think, okay, so the LEDs we're looking into getting last about 6 to 8 years. The halogen lights we use right now, they're small, they're about $15. They last about half a year. The LEDs we're looking into getting is about, I think, $500 for one. That lasts 68 years, and over its entire lifespan, I think we save about $800,000.
For just
the lighting, not even for like the
Just
heating
the
or cooling.
lighting.
That's just the lighting itself.
Then plus the cost of not having to run the AC.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that just seems like dangerous, like working up there with like
Yeah.
hot lights, like
Oh my gosh.
I feel bad for our tech people.
yeah.
They have to sit up there for like a whole length of a play.
For like 2 hours.
So have you talked to them? Like,
I've been like, hey, we're trying to get you guys new lights, and they're like, oh my goodness, thank you.
Yeah.
so would you have, like, you talked about that computer breaking, like, what factor does that play in it? Like, are you just like replacing the lights? Like,
So if we replace the lights and get the lights that we want to, we wouldn't have the dimmer system at all. So we wouldn't need that entire system. So no AC. We wouldn't have to pay for the maintenance of it. Oh, fun fact. The dimmers that we currently have, the company went out of date or like out of business in the 90s. So we can't get new ones. There are 3 broken ones that currently can't be used. And yeah, once the dimmers die, they're gone. And we can't get new ones.
Wait, so the dimmers make it so you can like
Like
fade the lights,
yeah,
and so.
basically.
But if you take that out, will these new lights be able to do that too?
Yeah, they will be able to. There's remote control. There are cheaper ones, like cheaper LEDs that can use the dimmer system, but then you still have that heating and cooling of the dimmers.
yeah,
so.
no, I think it's worth the money.
Yeah. Save, plus you said like 800,000, just
Yeah, if we don't
minimal.
raise our goal, it's probably what we're going to do. It'd have to do that.
Yeah.
But it's still saving
And it
money.
sounds like they're
and
gonna have to
electricity.
replace the lights soon anyway. Like, I mean, eventually if the dimmers are going
Well, and
out
if they
and
replace, like you said, every half a year.
Every half a year is when the
Yeah, so they already
Yeah, so
replaced
they're
them
already
6
saving
months out of the year.
money.
They'd probably be happy if they didn't have to replace lights.
Yeah.
in their
That-
lifetime
Yeah, the
working
maintenance
here.
people.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something else I wanted to mention, but I couldn't remember it. I think I'll remember it later.
Okay, I want to know. So, like, you obviously need the college permission, or like, you
Yeah.
need money from the college if you're going to do this, or some other source. Like,
Mhm.
when is your goal to have that by? Like,
So I'm graduating in December of next year.
oh, okay.
So I will not be here for the spring. So I'm hoping to get like all the money that fall.
Mm-hmm.
So this upcoming spring, me and Dr. Anya are going to be applying for grants. And then what we're hoping to really do is get permission to fundraise, but a lot of that is just trying to get through the college and getting permission to. There was a past project that tried to replace the lights in the Graham Residence Hall, and they just didn't get permission.
Yeah.
So,
At your place, do you have a lot of people from the community come to those too? Like,
oh yeah.
I wonder if you could do fundraising at the doors. or
That was
something.
our plan. So
Yeah.
I have, since I'm in the music department, I have like a calendar of all the concert dates, all of the theater show dates. And so I was thinking, oh, just set up a little thing there. Like, hey, we're trying to get new lights. You like the shows? We can make them even better. I really like the shows. I went to Carousel with the event. It was very good. I played in like the Pit Orchestra for Hansel and Gretel last year. And then I went to the last 5 years, I think my freshman year. So I like going to the shows when I can.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like those are like a pretty big thing on campus. Like, I
Mhm.
know a lot of people in them go to them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you you have like the band.
Mhm.
Because what building is this in?
This is in Crudenier.
Crudenier. Okay, so that's mainly just like musicals and plays.
Musicals, plays.
But like you
Yeah.
do have, is there a pit with that?
We do play Pit.
Yeah. So like you have like the band, the musicals, like different departments that like would all want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the challenges are so far in asking around, basically getting permission?
Well, Dr. Anya is doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to that.
Okay.
She's emailed her higher ups to be like, hey, we really need this permission. Thanks. When it comes to applying for grants, since we're not applying to like the same people that the athletics apply to, we're more likely to get permission from the college to do that. We write the proposal, we send it to them, we get permission, and then we can send it to the actual company. Another challenge is we have like a wattage meter that we can use to measure the exact wattage of the lights that we have right now. And I'm not entirely sure about this, but I'm pretty sure like lights over time, their efficiency will like lower, so they won't use like the full 500 wattage. So I'd like to be able to test the lights we have now, but the connector doesn't connect to those lights because they're so old. So I just have to go off in their peak condition compared to what we're looking into. So.
Yeah, so the future of your project just looks like getting this done. Yeah.
So a lot of grant writing. It's going to be very useful in the future. And then a lot of just fundraising and talking to people, seeing what we can do.
Yeah, we talked about this with our last guest, but like, do you think you'll be able to next semester like devote that much time to this?
Yeah, actually. I'm normally a really, really busy person, but next semester is kind of my chilled out semester, so I'm taking 17 instead of 19 credits.
17.
19 is like my average. It's more chilled out than it has been.
That's when you have 2 minors and a...
Yeah, true.
That's what happens. I'm doing like 3 research projects counting this semester, so I don't have time right now.
Yeah, so how's your proposal go? Well, because it is 2 of you.
So Lauren's doing a lot of the writing part of it, and I'm going through and like doing a lot of the talking to people, reaching out. We're planning on reaching out to other schools and like seeing what their systems are, so we can see like, oh yeah, Central's so behind with this because look at all of these other private nonprofit Christian colleges in the area. Look how better their systems are compared to ours now. Like how are we supposed to stand out?
Yeah, I think that'd be a big selling point too. Like, and we always talk about our sustainability at Central, so that would be a really good thing to add and like talk about. All right. Anything else you wanted to talk about with your project?
That's all I got for right now.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. This is a really unique project.
I like it. I feel like it'll honestly go well because it just seems so like beneficial. Like
I know.
You can do the
If they
numbers.
don't accept it, let us know. Well,
yeah,
we'll go talk to them for you too. Like, I think it really needs to happen, and like that's such like an immediate impact too.
yeah,
Like that's just like results right away.
Mhm.
It'll be better for everyone.
yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's nice to
you.
talk to you.
This is our last group for the episode, so we've got Mac and Austin. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Mac. I'm a junior at Central, obviously. I'm majoring in environmental studies and hopefully gonna do a career in environmental kind of stewardship, land stewardship.
Yeah, I'm Austin. I'm also a junior and environmental studies major, hoping to do similar stuff that Max said. So,
Bestie.
Mhm.
All right. So, what is your guys' senior project gonna be?
So essentially, it's timber stand improvement, basically going in, cutting down invasive species and whatnot that are kind of overtaking the understory of forests, just to try and promote plant diversity and everything good that comes along with that.
So where is this going to be at?
This is at the field station.
Oh, on campus. Well, technically,
Mhm.
central owned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So, what have you guys done so far?
So right now we've picked out an area out at the field station that we want to do this work, and we've kind of determined how we're going to do it. So right now we're writing our proposal. So that's that's taking some time. We want to go out and do a little survey of the section, kind of to get specific numbers of what is out there and then what needs to be removed. So
Have you guys gotten permission to do this from Dr. B?
we have, yes.
He
yes.
even offered to be a grunt worker as well.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Nice.
I know, he was pretty impressed. So
So you guys are taking out like the smaller tree, like the smaller stuff to make it older, like the more mature stuff.
Yeah, so like the hackberries and there's elms back there.
Mhm.
Try and take some of those out to bring more light to the forest floor
Okay.
so the oak seedlings can grow and eventually replace the full-grown oaks that are there.
So, how do you know what method you're going to use?
essentially, it's just going to be taking a handsaw to
Okay.
the kind of mid-story trees, and then sourcing some herbicide as well to try and prevent them from just coming back from the root.
What would you guys do with like when you have all the trees out? Like, what are you going to do with them?
I think we very briefly mentioned about making like this kind of bench, like right outside of the area. I don't know if that's still in the plan, but we can work on our craftsmanship for that.
Put Dr. B to work. So what obstacles do you think you guys are gonna have with this project?
Probably time is going to be our biggest obstacle because we want to get a lot of work done this upcoming spring. And so trying to find the motivation to get it done when we're not in senior seminar is going to be tough. So we just got to stay on top of it and get stuff done while we can in the spring.
Yeah. So, when do you want to have like your project completed by?
Hopefully before senior seminar's done.
Before fall?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
end of
at
fall?
least like the end of that class. Hopefully by next fall will be more finishing touches essentially, instead of going in and like still taking invasives out like by the bunches. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be a little bit more cleaned up by then. But I don't think a project like this is just a one size fits all kind of thing, or it's just a one treatment and then you never have to look at it again. That like it's constant just management of it. So hopefully somebody a little younger than us can come over and take it over again. I don't know.
Pass it down to the junior center.
Yeah. We'll see, but
And then kind of going off of that too, we hope to write a management plan and kind of things that we did and what went well, what didn't, So then people can use that in the future to do the same work we did at maybe different sections out at the field station.
And are you gonna ask like for any other help other than Dr. B, or is it just gonna be you three out there?
I don't know. We haven't really thought that far. I know Anya mentioned at some point maybe we could do like a service day and just try and get
Good idea.
more hands on it. But I don't know. I have a little bit of like too much pride of like, you know, it's my
Wanna
project.
do it
I
myself.
feel like it
Yeah.
needs to be my work too. So
You don't want someone taking down the wrong tree.
right,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Big old oak.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you think you're gonna measure success? That'd obviously be hard because, like you said, it's an ongoing project. But I don't know. How will you determine if you finished it completely?
I think like we walk in at one point and hope to not see a single invasive. That would
Yeah.
be the dream. But I also know it's a lot harder than that.
Yeah.
Like it's just not a straightforward process.
Yeah, and then the other thing too is we hope to introduce maybe some new species that aren't found out there. So another way that we could be successful is starting to establish some of those new species, and just more species that thrive with light that wouldn't be able to grow there.
So like looking at the future of your project, like how do you want that to look? Or like what's the best outcome for like in 3 years or something when you're not here? What does it look like?
I think we want that to look like people still working on the spot that we have worked, as well as expanding the work that we've done out there and kind of making bigger continuous sections of this understory restoration out at the field station.
Is the area you're like planning to work on? Is it like? Do you know how big it is, or how far out?
It's about a quarter of an acre, which doesn't sound like a lot.
That's still
but,
pretty
It's a lot when there's a lot of stuff to cut
but when you get out there, it's like, wow, this is a lot of work that needs to be done. So, yeah, and I guess just kind of piggybacking off of Austin, that like, you know, we really want to have that continuation. And again, it's not easy work. And so hopefully little bites at a time that people can hopefully still be managing the stuff that's already been cut and treated and whatnot, and then hopefully expanding that area.
So and like how far in like when you get to the field station, like how far in is it or like where is it?
It's kind of back behind the pond, so it's
Oh,
past
okay.
there. I don't know. Dr. B has done some work out there with some thinning, so there's kind of a spot further back that is a lot thinner and has just like oak and hickories growing up. So it's right next to there, if you know where that is.
Is it like out toward the cemetery, or is it before that?
It's on the other side of the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
So where that
Okay.
big ravine is, that, and I guess like kind of going off of that, like we kind of chose this area because it's kind of next to the prairie and where natural fire would have came through. That it would have came up to before that big elevation change. That fire would have come in and taken out those invasives that obviously aren't.
Yeah, you're not gonna burn it.
Right.
Yeah.
You just spent 8 hours learning about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Anya was very straightforward, no burning. So, but we'll
All right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We know how to.
Mhm, mhm.
So like obviously like it's good for the nature, it's good for the place. Is there any benefit to like the college, like what they're seeing from like you guys thinning this out?
I definitely think the management plan that we want to make is probably what will make the biggest impact, because then that'll allow future students to get hands-on experience and have kind of a background of what they can do out at the field station.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good comparison for students to see what like a healthy forest looks like, and then go compare it somewhere else that's not. So that's all I have. So thank you guys for being on our podcast.
Yeah,
Of course.
thank you.
Yeah, hope the project goes well. It sounds.
Good luck.
For today's fun fact, we're talking about AI. According to MIT, if AI is used every day for a year, it would produce over 109 gigawatt hours of electricity, which is enough to power over 10,000 U.S. homes for an entire year. It's a lot of electricity.
AI is bad, guys. Go follow us on Instagram at conservationnation_CUI, where we will post about our upcoming episodes.
Thank you for listening, and join us next time for our very last podcast episode with Mary Stark. Go outside and enjoy the day.